Hi guys, today we're going to look at lunges. We have different types of lunges. We're going to start with the forward lunge. Nice and simple, down and back up. And switch sides, down, back up. So I'm going to do that a few times so you can see the movement. And then I'm going to talk through things that you want to be thinking about. So the first thing we're going to talk about is alignment. So you want to imagine that there's a line down in front of you, and you have one foot just either side of the line, just a little bit. So you're not fully in here, but you're also not sort of lunging sideways. So just a little step forward, and then down. My back foot is really straight. I'm not letting this happen, and I'm not letting that happen. Nice and straight, everything is aligned. And then when I come back up, and push back. Over here, use these glutes to push back. Now, in terms of upper body, so I'm going to come sideways and show you. I'm here. When I'm coming down, you can notice that my upper body isn't doing any of this movement. Everything's straight. It's like I have a balloon pulling me up, and it just stays nice and stable. It's just my lower body that is doing the work. My knee is coming down, just hovering over the floor. And then coming back up, just hovering, coming back up. My front foot, or my front heel, never lifts up. As soon as I do this, I'm adding pressure to my knees, and I really want to avoid that. So you're making sure that you're coming down, everything's nice and centered, nothing is up here. If you have a lot of range, if you have quite strong already, or if you have good flexibility, you can take the lunge deeper, and you can take your knee past your toes, only if you're not lifting your heels. So you're not doing that, that is really bad. But if you're coming on a really deep lunge, and you want to drive forward, as long as it's going through your ankle flexibility as opposed to letting this happen, you should be okay, all right? So that's a forward lunge. You can then do different things with it. You can do walking lunges, which look like this. Don't do that. Walk and straight into it. Walk, walk. You got more space. Or not, then you can add some weight. You can hold on to weight. You can hold on to weight here if you want. You can add some upper body movements if you want. Be creative with it. Once you get used to the forward lunges and the walking lunges, you can then move on to lateral lunges and reverse lunges. So a lateral lunge, I'll start with the reverse lunge first. A reverse lunge looks like that. I like to think of it a little bit as a leap of faith because you can't see where you're going, you just have to trust it to go back. And the movement is exactly the same as a forward lunge, but you're just starting backwards. It's taking that step back. My upper body is nice and straight. I'm taking my knees to come back up. But the same coaching points as the forward lunge apply. The lateral lunges, or side lunges, they're a little bit different, so they look like that. If I do it sideways for you to see, you can see that I'm really pushing my hips back. My standing leg, so the leg that isn't moving, that one stays straight. This one stays straight, this one bends, my chest is out, my back is straight, I'm pushing my hips away. The most common thing I see when people have never done lateral lunges and try is that they start bending this knee, and then they're not really sure what to do. So if you're finding this quite difficult, a good way to start is just start with your legs apart and just go from side to side, bend one knee, straighten, and bend and straighten. That might get you used to finding that position that you want to find, and then as you get ready, you can start doing the full movement. Now, one thing I really like to do is called, I don't know if it's called that, but we call it the lunge matrix. So you're going to start with a forward lunge, side lunge, reverse lunge, back to the side, back to the front, and so on. You can do that with weights, you can do it without weights. If you're finding that really easy, then we can progress it a little bit further and add a balance to it. So, forward lunge, balance. We're going to back, not forward, natural lunge, balance. Reverse, balance. And if you really want to, you can take it even a step further, add a little raise. Side and raise. Back, we're going to go straight into that raise. You can try it. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Enjoy lunging. Thank you for watching.